I've only realised while editing this that I completely forgot to insert this image or even tell you what is going on here. I play with like a legacy style gameplay. I don't do any legacy challenges, but I think I'm on my like 10th generation maybe. It is hard to see everybody's names and faces whenever it's so zoomed out. Anyway, here is my current household. I wanted to do just a current household and what I'm doing and who's here. Is Ariana. She is the mother and the wife in the household, so she does have a lot going on here. She did not have the childish trait originally. She actually got that because she didn't process her grief very well, and she used to have the active trait and then it switched to childish. She is self-assured. She's usually confident. She's actually confident right now. She's a cat lover. No cats to be seen, unfortunately. Love bug. She actually is a geek, and that is a huge part of like her personality. Like I would say that is probably her most like prominent trait. She is in the startup entrepreneur career. I forget what this career is actually called, but she's level 10 and she's gotten 4 raises. She makes quite a lot of money, as you can see here, and only works 3 days a week. She has released like video games and she's hacked a lot of things. I actually think that she has maxed her programming trait. It's a huge thing for her, and it always has been, like since like she was like a teenager. And she does even have a computer science degree. So this is her husband. This is Nyan Spectre, and I'm sure like if you've played The Sims or you're familiar with like The Sims lore, like you know Nyan Spectre. He is a bit different in my game, so just keep that in mind. Whenever I met him, he had the best-selling author aspiration, and he still currently has that. I do need to change it because he has done it. He's done it all. He has the loner trait. He is cheerful. He only got that recently. I would say like after he had his kids, he got that trait, which I think is really, really cute actually. Him and Ariana are quite similar because they both have the self-assured trait. He is a dog lover and they do have a dog. This is Miss Willow. I think she's the cutest dog ever. Usually all of my Sims, all the pets I get from Pug Owned on the gallery. I love Pug Owned on the gallery. They both got Willow together whenever it was just them. Willow, although she is an adult dog, like I would say she'd be an elder quite soon, just because they got Willow before they even had any of the children, and their oldest children are teens, and it was a bit hard to manage with just Willow. And so getting Ariana a cat, because she does have the cat lover trait, was pushed back a little bit, I will say. If you do follow me on TikTok, then you've definitely seen this family quite a lot. It's because I'm currently playing with them, and I do play on long lifespan, so everybody will be around for a while, okay? I can guarantee that. Ariana does have a sister. She only has one sibling, and that is her older sister Francesca. And Francesca lives in Oasis Springs with her wife. You might notice that Francesca's surname is a bit familiar. Francesca and Ariana, their father is Don Lothario. He did have the non-committal trait and then it changed to loyal, but unfortunately it only changed in his second marriage, and his first marriage was with Ariana's mother. He did not have the loyal trait whenever he was married to Ariana's mother. I suppose it's like good that he changed or whatever. Ariana is very close to her sister. This household does live in Newcrest, in this little house that I built for them. This looks crazy, but it'll be fixed soon. Yeah, she is quite close with her sister, but she just doesn't see her as often as she would like. Whenever she got pregnant with her eldest children, which would be the twin boys, it was a bit overwhelming. It was a bit overwhelming. Initially, she wanted to wait like until her and Nyan maybe had been like married for a little bit and like settled into this house before they had children, but that's just not really the way that it worked out for them. That's totally fine. They made it work. Then straight after the twins, they ended up having a girl, that's Aspen, and now they're no longer having children. Do have the relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod. Ariana had a really like hard time with pregnancy. She was miserable the whole entire time, and it just did not go well for her. She never had an easy pregnancy. Like you saw earlier with her traits, she is not okay with being pregnant. To this sim, the physical effects and manifestations of pregnancy would be very psychologically taxing. Whether she wants children or not, pregnancy would be difficult to go through. She is pretty neutral about having children. So again, if you do follow my TikTok, then you will have seen these twin boys actually quite a lot. These are the twin boys. In the red is Sloan, and then in the white hoodie, that's Blake. I've also said so many times, but it just like, it stuns me so much that like they have the same face, like they are identical, but they are just identical to Nyan. He looks miserable. Oh my god. They just look so much like him. I think Aspen might be like a good mix of her parents. She might just come out looking like Nyan, like her brothers, I'm not sure. So I think that Sloan would be the easiest to maybe explain. There's a lot of like sound effects and noises going on right now. So Sloan, who looks insane right now, he is a goofball, he's competitive, his competitive spirit is bad. It says here he's more likely to rage about loss and over celebrate a win. He is very, very into archery. I think he has maxed, he's like maxed the archery skill. It's like the type that like would never like study for like a test or anything because he thinks he's like just gonna get it. He does have his best friend. His little bestie is Addison. Addison also lives in Newcrest, and she actually comes over quite a lot. Like everybody in this household is familiar with Addison just because she comes over so much. Her and Sloan have really good compatibility. They just get on so well. There's nothing like romantic about their relationship. Sloan does have bad compatibility with his sister, which I think is really interesting because she is like acting more like Sloan, and like she's way more Sloan coded than she is Blake coded. But now we're gonna get into Blake. Blake is crazy. You know, like you can just like feel a Sim's personality. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm very like emotionally involved in my Sims, but I have just always like, since they were infants, like Sloan would always like be very agreeable and like not cause too much trouble, and then Blake would be like throwing paint everywhere and going insane. Blake left for a week to solve the Strangerville. Yeah, he completed the Strangerville mystery, and now he's the hero of Strangerville. And actually in his room he has this "Thank you for saving Strangerville from that terrible infection. Here's a small token of thanks." I don't know why he's looking at his sister like that. I really don't know why. Something that I do think is interesting is that he is nowhere near as close with Addison as Sloan is, but he does have good compatibility with her, so I'm sure they would get on really, really well. This is his second time now having the want to flirt with Addison. Addison is so close with Sloan. Would it not be weird to be like going out with your best friend's twin? And if Addison was to be with any of them, I would have thought that she would have been with Sloan, but Sloan hasn't had any like wants to like flirt with her, kind of change the type of relationship that they have. So on to Aspen. This is Aspen here. Aspen is so cute. Aspen has the cool kid on the block aspiration, which I think is adorable. She just wants to be cool. Like, how cute is that? And her little socks. Like, if she was going to be more like any of her brothers, it would be Sloan. And I just think that because she has the practice makes perfect trait, which I think then could turn into maybe her being a bit competitive. Oh, I forgot that Addison invited over her friend and cousin. This is Francesca's daughter, Amelia. I think her name is Amelia. And her and Aspen are very close. Like, they are cousins, but they're really, really close. I think just because they're in the same, like, they're the same age, and they went to camp together. Okay, I really want to see like what this fan mail is. Okay, what did he get? Could you imagine you saved a whole town? You saved a whole town and then they give you a lump of clay. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna take him back to Strangerville and like bring the infection back. That's kind of disrespectful at this point. Anyway, unlike his brother though, Blake doesn't really have any set hobbies or skills. Like, Sloan loves his archery. They have an archery thing at the side of the house, and now that he's like maxed that, he's moved on to diving. This is so like, oh my god, rich kids, because like, why do they have a diving board in their back garden? Now he's moved on to diving as his new like, I'm gonna be the best at this. I will say though that Blake does, because I randomize my traits because I don't want to like manufacture all my Sims, and like I did do that for the first few generations, and then obviously it got a bit boring. I think that Blake having the skeptical trait is what led him to just thinking, no, I can solve whatever's going on in Strangerville. I can sort it out, don't you worry, guys. But he does have the horse lover trait, and he's had the horse lover trait, I think, since he was a child. So in my head, really, the only like direction I have for Blake is like he just wants to run away and live in like the middle of nowhere, just be unbothered by everybody with his horse. I think he would find peace there. He would maybe stop being chaotic. Because I said this is his second time wanting to flirt with Addison, it did not go well for him the first time. The first time she was like, get away, stop it. Like she had a really bad reaction to it because she was just in Sloane's room like talking to Sloane, and then he just came through and just immediately flirted with her. Maybe he'll like research on how to do that better. He's plotting on Addison, seriously. I think with Ariana's like pregnancies being really hard, and then her grief really affecting her, and everything just happening like quite like fast, just with the way that everything has turned out, she's a good mom, and like she really like likes her kids, and they all have good relationships. But anytime that they have questions about, do you know the questions that they get that will impact their character values, like that thing from the parenthood pack, anytime they have questions like that, they always go to Nyan. And then especially Ariana, whenever she had to deal with her grief, the boys were toddlers and Aspen was an infant, and then Nyan ended up like doing like majority of the parenting for that time. I would say she just had to like go at her own pace. I think she does want to be like a good mom and everything, but I think she would maybe be like kind of just an emotionally absent mother. So I think that's it for right now. I might do another update in a little bit. Obviously, if you do want to see more of this household, please follow the channel and the TikTok and everything. I really appreciate it. I love this household. I love this family. I am so emotionally attached to my Sims. It's not okay. I counted and I said the word like over 50 times in this video. I can only apologize.